Oh, I guess we is live. Was gonna do the whole little workout, but I was like, I worked out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just finish it out. But just jumping up in here and seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Hoping everybody having a nice, fantabulous day. We getting ready for the post-workout vibes, which is basically getting something to eat. Shoot, I done got me a watermelon. I may eat that mug, I may not. I don't think I'm gonna eat it tonight. So anyhow, though. Yeah, I was gonna be building about this cluster B personality disorder, pretty much, man, because it's a lot of things people don't have. They don't know how to put their finger right on it, and it's like that cluster B is really real, G. Because this is where you got all your egos at. That's why this is very much a spiritual thing, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? This is very much so spiritual. It's not all about, you know what I'm saying, working out and getting your whole little, you know, your body right and all that good stuff. That works. That's a part of it, man. But, you know, you got to go a little bit deeper now. It's a little deeper now. Though getting your body right is cool. You know what I'm saying? But when you really trying to heal and really trying to be cool and really trying to get it right, then you're going to have to add. All right, so, yeah, we're just in a time when people know I just love to, you know, gaslight and insecurities on you. And you wouldn't even, if you don't catch it, you would be. That's why cluster B personality is really, really what it is, what you need to know about. I'm gonna start putting a whole bunch of little, you know, just some sayings up and some stories, man, because you can understand, you know what I'm saying, why it comes up in your life. You know, like that right there on purpose. Mother wasn't even talking until they seen my ass and shit. So, but yeah, cluster B is a real thing, man. That's really what's plaguing the whole entire world. It's really, you know, mental disorders and shit. You know, which, you know, trickle on down to emotional deficiencies, basically. We're dealing with a cluster B personality disorder. Okay, I think we back. You know, it's more than just working out. Eating helps too, because what that does is helps too, because what that does is you know, it helps keep the parasites down. If you got parasites all up in you, you're acting, you know, you're easily to be led in the wrong direction, hard to be led in the right, you know. And a lot of people who's kind of, you know, under the influence of manipulative energies, they don't even know that they're being manipulated. It's some high-end ass, what they call it, hypnosis that's going on in the world, you know. And so if you don't really take control of your spiritual nature, your spirituality, you'll fall victim to these false heavens. It's guaranteed, you know. It's good to work out, like I said, get you a year in under your belt as far as like dealing with, you know, celibacy, semen retention. Get you a year so you can see the world, what it really is about. And then all that bullshit, you'll be like, man, I really don't want to, you know, play with that stuff. I just finished the workout, so I just thought I'd just come in and talk for a second. But yeah, get my little groove on, sitting outside by the lake, you know. And just, you know, keeping the vibe high, because people try to steal that joy when you got it, man. I'm trying to tell you, they try to take that joy from you, man. You know, and that's we're dealing with a cluster B personality disordered world. I mean, you got to see this, because this is what's gonna. Once you know how to put the armor on, you can be able to move accordingly. Because a lot of people go to work, you got to deal with narcissistic bosses. You know, you may not even have more than your boss. They just may be envious of you and shit. Crazy stuff. You know, it's crazy stuff, man. So, like I say, if we're working out for women, then that's gonna you're gonna make you feel a lot more better. You know, you got people supplementing with testosterone, and you know they're having sex and shit like that. And I'm not saying sex is cool, but if you recklessly have it, yeah, it's gonna lead you in the wrong direction. Very much in your low self. You won't even enjoy happiness no more. You know, everything will be objectified, And it's cool for you to feel good about yourself, look good, walk out, put your clothes on, and you get stuff that you're supposed to do. But when people are doing it for alternative motive, like trying to be, sexually drawing people up and, just all this other shit, man, that right there, that's not even going to be a part of the game no more. People's going to heal from that. Once you do celibacy, I guarantee you're going to heal from all that. You're going to see a succubus from a mile away, and they even try to jump into your dreams because you got kitchen witches and all of this stuff. So, you really kind of want to, take this time to get right spiritually, G. And it ain't about going to church. They're talking about repenting. The cosmic way of repenting is through your... we back in the game, I guess. They messing with the internet, man. But we back in now. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, man, just because